We really want you to get married.
Why? You don't want a financially struggling son in law? If he's a good man, if you don't write a story that a politician has paid you to write, does that, do they threaten your life, or does your life get threatened at some point? How would you feel if I'm not planning to give you any grandchildren or any son in law? Like, how would that make you feel? You ready? What do you find the best and the worst about being a dad?
Well, the best and the challenge of raising kids, I think it is something enjoyable. And the beauty about kids is that they are not uniform in character. Every child has something different.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is an exciting journey. The challenge has something to do with modern times. Times are changing, and for us as parents, in the modern world, it's really become difficult to raise kids,
Yeah, yeah.
especially under a different environment. Some of us were raised in the village. I've raised my kids my prime time when they're in the city. So there's challenges of coping up. Yeah, it is.
Who is your favorite child?
Why would you think I have a favorite child?
I mean, every parent has a favorite child.
Me,
Uh-huh.
just like I've said, every child has something unique, something exciting, a different quality from one to another. So for me, they are all the same. I love all my children equally. There is something about each of them that excites me.
Where did the name Afiji come from?
Fiji,
Yes.
it's from your siblings.
How?
Your siblings. Virginia was too long for them, and so they shortened it to Afiji. It's just as simple as that.
Virginia Afiji. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
That did not come from us. It came from your siblings.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, at some point, I thought I got it from Nyanya.
No, you got it from your siblings, and
Well, it's a
and my cousins, those from Auntie Martina. Yeah, they're my younger cousins, so they call you a Fiji. Virginia is too long, and Virginia reminded me also of my grandmother.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
named,
so, yeah.
her name was Virginia.
Yeah, you are named after her. So,
Oh, wow.
so just to give that difference in biological age, so they went for a Fiji, and we loved it. We thought, yes, that's
I
a good
actually
one.
love it. It's unique. I haven't had anyone called a Fiji.
Yeah, so
I
good one.
haven't. How would you describe me?
No, for you, I expect anything. You are a girl of surprises.
Uh-huh.
You enjoy life.
Yes,
You are yourself. You don't pretend.
that's true.
But most importantly, I think you care about your siblings and about this family. There are things that you really do that bring us together. But for me, the blast was my 55th birthday. I'll never forget. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, that creativity. Yeah, that is you. You expect anything. Like what we are doing today, I don't know where this
You
has
didn't
come
expect
from.
this.
No, where is it going anyway? You're a journalist. Or should I say a radio broadcaster? In your Fiji, you're very talented. That's one thing that comes out. You are multi-talented. You're a journalist. You've worked as a radio broadcaster. I know you're a videographer. That's precisely what you'll do at the end of this. You'll do some video editing. You have produced a short plays, so you're a playwright, or is it film producer? You're a teacher of the French language, and you're a great cook. You also tried something on hairdressing. And now I know you're trying to do some things in the health sector. Yeah. So just what don't you know? Maybe the only thing that you are not is a politician. Otherwise, to sum it all, you are a very multi-talented girl.
What is something that I don't know about you?
Something that you don't know about me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you believe that I've once been in a police cell?
What did you do?
I was arrested once for spitting. I spat.
Or spitting
Spitting!
on the street?
Streets of Nairobi. Then it was against the bylaws of this city.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I was in the newsroom. Then I was working at the National Media Group. I had a story to do for the weekend, what we call the splash, the main story.
Yeah.
So I stepped out for lunch, and behind Nation Center, some corridors are really dirty and dim and whatever. So it's filthy. So at some point, I really felt like puking. So I spat, and there they were city askaris. So they arrested me. I didn't resist. I told them really.
I didn't even know that's an offense.
Yeah.
Spitting is an offense.
It's against the city bylaws.
Uh-huh.
And so they took me to the central police station. I called my news editor then, one Eric Shimoli. Shimoli escalated the issue. He called the managing editor, the executive director of the company, and then the executive director of the company called the mayor of Nairobi then, Joe Akech.
Wow.
And I was released. I'm also looking at it, that's a minor case, really.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have involved the mayor and anybody else. I mean, it's a small thing.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, it is. Don't try it.
Which year was that? Because up to where I am right now, I've never been in a cell or been arrested.
Yeah, of course, I don't expect that. 2011? Yeah.
That's a
That was
long time
2011.
ago.
That was 2011.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm 30, no kids, no husband. I haven't introduced to you to any potential suitor right now. Do you think you're concerned about my situation, or do you think you're concerned about me settling down?
Of course, any parent would be concerned. We really want you to get married.
Why?
You need to feel loved. You need to have an opportunity, a chance to bear your own children. You need to start family and experience what we're experiencing. It's a good thing. You need to carry the Obonyo name forward. Yeah. I also want a grandchild. Why not? I want to spoil my grandchild.
I mean, I have other siblings. They can give you grandchildren.
Now, if everybody was to think like that, it will work. Everybody says, I think so-and-so can do it. I think so-and-so is in a better place. So the same applies here. Hey, please, don't tell me others will give me the grandchildren. Anyway.
Relating to the same thing. How would you feel if I'm not planning to give you any grandchildren or any son-in-law? Like, how would that make you feel? I'm planning not to give you any grandchildren or a son-in-law. Would you support me?
That would be a choice. I can't force you. But I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy.
Let's take it back to when I was in high school. Let's say I got pregnant as a teenager in high school. I dropped out of school. I decided to start a family, and that's how my life turned out to be. Like, how would you have handled that whole situation while I was still a teenager?
Honestly, I don't know, and because it didn't happen, and I thank God it didn't go that way. I don't know how I would have handled it. But for sure, at that age, kids require the support of their parents and the understanding of the parents.
Yeah.
If things take that dimension, the only thing you can do is to stand up for your children. You need to be with them. Disappointing as it may be, that's a part of you. Your children are a part of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you need to stand by them.
When I was in campus, I was unsupervised. There was lots of freedom, lots of parties, availability of drugs. Did you used to worry, or like how did you used to think my life was like there?
I was pretty worried.
Why?
I was
I
pretty
mean,
worried. I was pretty worried.
uh-huh.
At some point, I used to ask myself, have I prepared her well enough for this? She's there on her own. She has led a relatively strict life,
Yeah.
and the parents, the grandparents, just the whole environment, high school under the teachers. Then suddenly, boom, there she is. She's on her own.
Freedom.
Freedom, drugs, sex, whatever, boyfriends,
Yeah, yeah,
parties.
yeah.
I used to worry a lot. Um, I used to worry a lot. I can't lie.
Did you used to think like I will be the type of person like who's doing drugs? Like let's say you're imagining a Fiji is in campus. Did you used to think I'm the type of person who's there doing drugs and all these parties?
No, my mind did not go to that extreme. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I just thought maybe your social life, if it's partying,
Yeah.
I needed to be close. Many times when I wanted to storm to KU and just find out.
Was I a difficult child to raise?
Is there a child who is not difficult to raise?
What?
Is there a child who is not difficult to raise? All children come with their own needs or their own principles, and yeah, but difficult is a very strong word. You must look at all these things against the backdrop of one's history. Yeah, and one must be alive to certain realities. How have you been raised? Under which environment? And how are you trying to cope?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's through that prism that we are trying to judge you and trying to correct you. Like most teens, there are things that you did that were unacceptable to us.
Yeah, yeah.
And the larger family, the good thing is that we are speaking the same voice. What you hear from me, what you hear from my sisters, is what you hear from my mother, from everybody, and then you are able to understand. This is what is expected of me. You're able to follow through. Yeah.
In this era, do you think it's okay for me if I'm materialistic, or you're just okay if I bring you a financially struggling son-in-law?
Financially struggling son. Hey, who wants that?
You don't want a financially struggling son-in-law? If he's a good man?
Financially struggling.
Wow.
There's a difference here.
Uh-huh.
The word struggling has a negative connotation. When you're struggling, it means there is little room that you'll get out of it. And that speaks something about your capacity to get out of a situation.
Yes.
A son-in-law who is working hard to realize his goals is what I would wish for, and not one who is struggling. If you're struggling, it means you've tried this, you've tried that, but somehow you just can't break even. There is a problem. I'm not asking for a rich son-in-law or a wealthy son-in-law.
But it will be good if you get us a rich one.
No, not really. Don't put it that way. A son-in-law who can demonstrate that he has room for growth. He has room to elevate himself economically. So it is about, does he have the capacity?
Uh-huh.
You will get a wealthy man today, but a wealthy man who has acquired all this courtesy of the fathers or the parents or relatives,
Yeah.
but who a few years down the line would have smoked all the material, all the wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they're not financially disciplined.
yeah. High spending partner. It's not it. So it's about who has the capacity to. Is there room? Can you tell that this guy is hard working at work? Has he room for promotion? His interpersonal skills, can they help him move to the next level? Does he have ideas that can start up something that can build him? That is what we want. This is what I would go for.
Actually, yeah, I get your point. I would also go for that. But at the same time, is it wrong if I value material? I just need to know. Like, is it wrong if you advise?
If you're talking about being materialistic,
Uh-huh.
no, I don't think that's a good thing. Because being materialistic, what it translates to is that you value material over anything else, over human life, over relations, over any other connections. What you value is money, material. You can murder
Over
your
money.
husband to inherit what he has. If you discover that I have property here that I never told you guys, plot in Lamu or plot wherever, and you realize that some place somewhere, you are one of the next of kids. You do something to get that.
The material.
Materialistic is a negative, has a negative connotation.
I'm not materialistic. Let's just make it. But I also won't go for someone who is
Let's talk about comfort.
Yes.
You need comfort.
Yeah.
Basic comfort, that is acceptable.
Yeah. But not materialistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the theory about men being naturally polygamous true?
You're calling it theory.
Do you think they're facts?
Let's just say a huge percent of men
Are polygamous.
are polygamous in action, or they have put pen to paper. Very effect. There are men who have more than two wives, more than one wife. You've heard of cases of men who have what you call side chicks. Where that vocabulary comes from?
It's a slang, so it's an obvious thing. Let's say that.
And it's just something that you need to be alive to. Don't get surprised. Don't walk into a union and say no, it can't happen. It could happen. So just do your best when you're in the union. Love your partner. Do what you can to ensure that he's comfortable. There's no reason to look for a side chick to get a rival partner for you.
That's a tough one. Okay, is there something that you've always wanted to do or experience that you didn't get a chance to do yet?
Yeah.
Which is?
Politics. I've worked for politicians. In my career as a political journalist, I've rubbed shoulders with politicians. It's a slippery thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I want to get there.
What are the strongest memories that you have of your dad, of Babu?
Dad was a forthright man. In fact, that question just comes. It was a forthright man. If there's anything that old man stood for, He stood for what is just, and he did not condone pettiness and mediocrity. That's a guy who felt that if people must work in service, it has to be according to merit. He really believed in meritocracy. I remember in the initial ages when we were young, when he was a principal of Nagina Girls High School, and then Port Victoria, which is now Jonosogo. I remember there are times parents would come after the elections in the new year, would come home with animals, goats, sheep, and money to bribe him to get slots in Form 1.
Wow. That's how it used to be done.
Yes, many times I saw him turn them away. I saw animals being headed back to where they'd come from. And I wondered why. And they said, well, you must do the correct thing. I'll help you if this kid passes. That was him. And when he retired, he retired at a very senior capacity in the Ministry of Education. Yeah. And many would have expected that perhaps upon retirement there would be some fuel guzzling vehicle in the compound. There would be properties in Fonyola and elsewhere. But except for a simple, ordinary stone house, he retired, but he didn't grab much. He was so happy about his simplicity and having led a straightforward life without having to look behind your shoulders for who is looking for you, police officers or the ESCC.
Wow,
that was him. And I think that has partly influenced the way some of us operate. Yeah.
How about Nyanya? Like, what are the most precious moments you have with her?
Mom, there's quite a lot. But the one that I really like about Mom is that she is Mom.
Yeah.
She likes being a mother.
Yeah.
And if you want to annoy her, don't give her the opportunity to be a mother. She will not be happy with you.
Yeah.
Mom, up to this day, if I go home, she wants to look at my belt. She wants to find out whether my buttons are in order.
Do you know how weird that is for us?
Yeah.
She treats you like you're a kid.
Yes.
She's like, has my son eaten? We're like, which son? You're talking about a grown man.
That is her.
Has my kid eaten? We keep wondering, which kid are you talking about?
She stays a mother.
Yeah.
And sometimes you are sick or you are down and she wants to insist to come by your bedside. She wants to do something to show you're okay. She remains a mother. That's one thing that
that's so
I like
sweet
about her.
Yeah, that's really nice. Let's move to your career. How did you decide on your career path?
Yeah. There's journalism industry. There's an argument whether journalists are trained or journalists are born. Luckily for me, it's both. But I picked my career choice so easily. It was natural. Yeah, I liked writing, and I got a lot of help from my parents. Dad would buy a newspaper, Mom would buy magazines, Step Magazine, Viva, after they realized that I was good at writing. And so that was me. That's how I just started. And even in high school, I used to do a lot of that. I was an editor of the school magazines and a writer. And it got into my head, this is my industry.
So that means you did something out of passion.
Yes.
Let's imagine this is right now in this current era, where if you decide to do something out of passion, sometimes it might not pay you. Will you still have done it?
There's nothing that doesn't pay.
No.
I know. I get your question.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, Journalism pays very well even to this day,
yeah, yeah.
and other things, other careers. But the passion takes you to the highest level of quality. Yeah, and quality production is what pays you. We don't move far because we get into an area simply to get money.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you're not enjoying the job that you're doing, you can't maximize, your potential. And if you
Yeah.
can't maximize your potential, you can't get the highest level of it. You can't really make the money that you wish to. Yeah.
So you just maximize on your
Yes.
potential in that
Yes.
field.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So you've achieved and accomplished so much as most people say you're a senior, actually a veteran senior political journalist, which is true because I've seen in your field you're actually very much recognized and you've achieved a lot. How did you get to that point? Like, how did that happen? Because sometimes I think there are so many journalists, so many political journalists in Kenya, but getting to a point you're getting recognition, CNN, like, how did that happen?
Now you remind me.
Uh-huh.
The CNN African Journalist of the Year
Yeah.
award. It's again a work of passion. And if you're passionate about what you're doing, the quality comes out. You're not writing to get a salary, but you are writing so that your story can stand out.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
Yeah.
A newspaper has so many stories.
Yeah.
You want that when somebody buys that paper, they'll recognize at the end of the day that there was a story by so and so. Now, today it's even easier. That after stories are published, they go digital online, and it's easier to track whose story is most read, which one has more hits. Yeah. So the good writers just stand out.
Yeah.
They just stand out. That is precisely why perhaps I've been able to climb the ladder. So this newspaper wants you, so they pick you, and then this other one, the next time they pick you, they poach you, and you.
Yeah.
And it's a game of musical chairs, and it moves on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know when they poach you, you're going to add value.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you'll create a vacuum, and
On
the
the other
rival
side.
come.
Yeah. How did that recognition make you feel or affect you generally?
It affected me positively because when you go up, it's even tougher to remain up.
True.
If you miss, you go down the ladder.
Yeah.
And so it's been struggle after another to ensure that I still produce quality work.
Yeah.
I've strived very hard to stay at the top.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going. It requires discipline. It requires hard work.
Yeah.
This world is full of corruption. Yeah, you'll be offered goodies to do negative stories, so you must stay objective. If you lose out on objectivity, you go up in this industry.
Actually,
the only thing we fight for in this industry is the name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the name that will give you respect and the quality of work that you do.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about that because since you've been working with politicians 90% of your time, so if you're paid by a politician to write a negative story about maybe their rival, and it's really good money, do you go for it, or have you ever done it?
Am I super rich? Am I even rich? I'm just moderate. I just want to I just want to do my work and live comfortably.
So you don't take it?
Why, at the end of the day, it will ruin your reputation.
And that doesn't threaten.
And people are intelligent.
Yeah.
People have gone to school. People can read through an article.
Yeah. They can know you were paid to write that.
You can't just come up and do a story that is lopsided. No. You have to be objective.
Yeah.
You have to be objective, And these politicians know very well.
Yeah.
They know who to approach, who not to approach. They'll try it once. They'll know this one. Who you have to say, yeah.
And if you don't do that, if you don't write a story that a politician has paid you to write, do they threaten your life, or does your life get threatened at some point?
No.
Did that ever happen?
No. Let me tell you. If you do a just job, I don't think you'll get into problems with anybody. Just present your work with the facts. If you are writing a story that is very negative about somebody,
have the facts.
Have the facts and give them an opportunity to respond.
Oh yeah.
Let their voices just present an objective thing. Good deal. Yeah.
Okay. I never thought it was that easy. I used to think even if you decide to be just and honest and just write the truth, the facts, I used to think it still puts you in trouble.
You cannot stop people from being troublemakers. That's their thing.
Yeah. Did you ever hope that either of your kids will turn out to be a journalist like you? And if so, who will it be?
Yeah, but all my children are journalists. They are. I never persuaded any. You have been in the studio, and just what are you doing now? You are interviewing me.
Okay, let me put it this way. Like, a qualified journalist like you, who has gone to school, studied journalism, leave Samia out of it because Samia is now in school studying journalism. But I just want to know from your perspective, before Samia decided to go to study journalism, have you ever thought that any of us will be a journalist? Like the way we were born and the way we used to behave as kids, did you ever look at any of us and be like, I think this one will be a journalist, I think this one, like...
Serena is one to begin with.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you now this will shock you. The person that I thought had the qualities of a journalist has nothing to do with journalism.
Brian.
I
knew.
I looked at Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
And I knew this guy
is going to
be another hit.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Obonyo hit. He has the drive. He has he's versatile.
True.
If he's chasing for something, for news, he is so persistent. And those are the qualities that you need in a journalist.
Yeah.
He's a guy who can follow through a story, who can do a research, who can do investigative, and he has the height, he has the drive, that's the guy I thought would, but then he ends up a musician. He likes music. Yeah, that's life.
What is your biggest regret in life?
Oh, it's a tough one. I want to reflect on what happened to your brother Brian. You know, when young people always have challenges. Brian found himself in a situation, I think at school, senior school.
Yeah.
Small problem. And we were asked to go to school.
Yeah.
To listen to that disciplinary case. I called my son and I told him, can you be honest? Confess to your teachers what it is and ask for forgiveness. And he said, okay, Dad, I hear you. And Brian did just that. He said it. They asked him to put it in writing. I told him, go ahead. He put it in writing and he confessed. And the damn teachers, he used this as evidence. It's like this is what you are looking for.
Oh.
That now we know how the culprit.
And it's in writing.
And I told them, really, isn't that what you are training us to teach these kids?
To be honest. Yeah.
Isn't there any measure of punishment that can be undertaken for this particular one? Or now you want to suspend him on account of this?
Yeah.
I don't know how Brian can change. How he's good at presenting his cases. He would have easily lied because he was not the only one.
Yeah.
And listening to his lie, it looked credible. But since I know him, and I've taught him forthrightness, just the way I was taught by your grandfather, I just told him, please. Because I wanted to strike the right chord with the teachers.
Yeah. That my son is being honest about this situation.
And that, you can always count on me. If there's a problem, ask me. I'll tell my son, you know the truth. They used it against him. And I said, okay, so this is the modern world. This is what we need to do.
Yeah.
To survive.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you don't have to be honest because, now he was being honest and he got punished for being honest.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
What did you used to do for fun or for entertainment?
I think maybe I still do that to this day. Occasionally, not as often as I used to. I just like listening to music and I like dancing. And I used to go out to clubs and dance.
Yeah, dancing, I agree. I've seen you dance.
Yeah.
And I've been told by aunties.
Yeah.
Aunties and even Nyanya, you enjoy dancing. Yeah. What is the most rebellious thing you did growing up? And did you ever get caught?
Yeah, rebellious. I would say company or peer pressure at some point. I think I was in a company that was taking Busa. Busa is a local brew.
I know Busa.
It's a local brew. And because these were classmates. So we'd go to a place, move here and there. We had finished Form 4. So we went and had that stuff. And chewed a blackout. And it was around Christmas. My father came home and found me in a stupor. He caned me.
Babu.
He caned me. But I can tell you, I don't recall anything. I just woke up the following morning and I saw swollen marks on my hands and come on, I was.
When you had blacked out, you didn't feel anything. Wow.
So,
what do you miss the most about the time when you didn't have any kids?
Honestly, I don't think I miss anything. I got kids pretty early. Yeah, so for me it was just a natural progression. After school, after college, and after having my fun, children came in, and there I was. I started raising my children. I didn't believe it when I had my first one.
Why?
I said, hey.
You're now a dad.
I'm not a dad. This little thing belongs to me.
How did that feel like?
Oh, it feels so nice. You feel a sense of responsibility.
Yeah. How would you describe each of your kids? Like, personality-wise, each one of them.
Serena is vocal and she speaks her mind.
Yes.
You would know. If she's hurt, you would know if she's happy. She's very expressive. Samia is the intelligent type. Samia comes through as very intelligent. He has a deep understanding of issues. But but he's also very secretive. Yeah.
He doesn't speak much.
He doesn't speak much. You really wouldn't know what his intentions are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you are stuck and you really want to get out of a situation or a small thing, he'll come through for you. Brian, very creative.
Yeah.
The only thing is that sometimes he doesn't utilize his creativity. I don't know whether he really understands his capacities. He's very creative. He's so good on issues IT. Yeah, he's and but the most important thing about him is that he has the drive.
Yeah.
If he puts his mind on this,
Yeah. He really works
work
towards
hard.
it.
Really work hard. The type that that if he would get a soft spot,
He'd really
where he really needs work, he can dig deep. He can go further. I hope he'll get that.
Yeah.
Right now, he's using all his energy, but maybe he got onto a rock.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take him to get through that rock. There he is. I've described Virginia.
Oh yeah, you've already described me. Yeah.
Glow, something close to Samia. Glow, very well intentioned. She's also cautious about what to bring out.
Yeah.
She's not very expressive.
Yeah.
She will not confront you with the issues, but somehow she'll find a way around it. Slowly, at the end of the day,
On how to handle it.
yeah, you'll get her communication somehow.
Yeah.
She's not in a hurry to handle issues.
Yeah.
She does things at her pace.
Do you ever question your parenting style? Or question if you've given us the best? Do you ever question it?
I want to think every parent does that. Only that sometimes we can't open up.
Yeah.
I'll shout at you, and then I go back and ask, was that the right thing to do? I'll give you money today, misuse it. Following day, I give you money. I ask myself, is this the right thing to do? Yeah, we keep adjusting. It's like a marking scheme in teaching. You keep adjusting your marking scheme. Yeah,
so that's normal in parenting.
It's normal. You have to weigh. You keep doing that.
You're still doing a really good job in parenting, so you shouldn't have that doubt. I mean, look at how it turned out. So you're doing good.
Thank you.
How would you like to be remembered?
If I can be remembered as somebody who values professionalism, that in itself is going to be good enough for me. I value professionalism. I value forthrightness, and I just want people to be just in what they do, even at the work situation.
Yeah.
You must follow just.
Yeah.
I those are some of the values that I really cherish. Yeah.
That's really good. What is the most important advice that you'd like me and my siblings to live by?
Follow your heart. That's number one. Number two, be just. Number three, don't entertain corruption. Do the right thing. Number four, have the drive, power, and the zeal to achieve your goals. If you don't have the power and the zeal, you will not go far.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Out of all those questions, do you have one question that you'd like to ask me? Just one.
If you are accorded that opportunity, would you change parents? Would you wish to have to be born in another different setting if you had that opportunity?
I wouldn't change it for the world. Never. I believe I have the best parents. You've taught me. Sometimes I sit down and it's normal to compare, if you have friends or if you have people around you when you were in school, you would see how people's parents are or how people's families are, and you feel blessed. You feel like you've been given something that other people don't have. As a matter of fact, most of my high school classmates used to tell me, your dad is so cool, like I wish I had. I don't know why they used to think you're cool. Because I don't think I saw it. So I think
Sure.
I
Okay.
wouldn't change it for the world.
I
I
think
feel like
you-
I've been in the best setup. I've grown in the best setup, and not everyone gets a chance to be so close to their parents and open with their parents. So thank you.
You're welcome. If you're given a lemon, make lemonade out of it.
True.
Here we are, Annette, father, daughter. Yeah, we must make the best out of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.